Today I am going to tell you about our retreat great scholar, a Tamil poet, Auviyar. Her name was Auviyar. She's a lady poet. Actually, Auviyar was a very scholarly woman and she was also a poet. She was a daughter of a King Pallava. She was the only daughter. But when she was born, and when she was lying in the cradle, the child was crying like anything. Nobody could console her. So somebody from the crowd, they brought a Ganesh idol and placed before the child. After seeing that, the child started smiling. This shows some infinity from devotion towards God, Lord Ganpati. So as and when she was growing up, at the age of 10 years itself she developed an interest towards the God. She used to make Lord Ganesh with the clay and assembled all the children and teach them about the Lord Ganesh. And also she used to write poems and compose poems. Without talent, it's a prodigy child from young age. So as and when she was growing up, she wanted to do something for the literature, and she was highly devotional to Lord Ganesh. But when she was growing up, King wanted her to rule the country. So he wanted to make her as a queen of that country. But she was not interested in that. So somehow King wanted her to get married to a prince. But to avoid that, she wanted to do only the service to the god. She was not interested in marriage. So she requested, prayed Lord Ganesh to give some solution to avoid the marriage. So Lord Ganesh, after he heard her prayer and he gave her an old age. She became very old, for appearance, so that nobody will prefer her. So like that, then through the life she was only doing this service to the God and composing poems and all. The plus point of that Auviyar is that, see, in the olden times, most of the southern region was ruled by the three kings, Sera, Chola and Pandya. But in between there was no unity. There was infights between the people, kings. But Auviyar, wherever she goes to all these country and she meets all the king and make them friends and unite them and not to wage war with each other. So that was the quality she was having. So everybody praised her talent. In the olden time, Madurai was the capital of Tamil Nadu, ruled by Pandya kings. So there were three sons prevailed, first son, second son, third son, where all the people, all the literates, all the poets used to assemble, and king used to honor them with some presents. So that Sangam, three Sangam was there. In the older time, there was some method, where they weren't having the paper and all, so you write in a paper's leaf. So it's called Eid, which is tied with the things. So there was always competition to prove who is a good poet. So they have to put their paper's leaf on the pond, and whichever that floats, that wins, and which is dipped inside, drowned, that got lost. So due to that, lot of epics have been lost. Poems. And apart from that, I want to identify a great personality, literate called Tiruvulluvar. Nobody has seen him, but nobody knew where he was born and when he died. But we got most of the poems, and I think more than 5,000 verses he has written. Out of that, 1140 only we got it. And this Tirukural is full of advices to the mankind. How a king should be, how a son should be, how a father should be, how a wife should be. This is a world over this thing. And this is the first poem which is translated all over the world by all the countries. You can find in Kanyakumari a big statue is erected for Tiruvalluvar. So whatever is written is called Tirukural. That I will teach you later, some Tirukural. And certain quotations by Avvaiyar I want to tell you. He said that Kattrathu Kaiman Alavu. Kattrathu means whatever learned. Kai means hand. Man means a sand. Alavu means measure. So Kattrathu Kaiman Alavu. Whatever I learned is only up to the measure of my oval of sand, whatever I can hold in my palm. So Kalladadu is the opposite of that. Kalladadu means whatever not learned is Ulagalavu. Ulagam means world, universe. Alavu means measure. So whatever not learned is up to, is like a universe. So whatever learned is Kattrathu Kaiman Alavu. Only have learned only up to this bowl of sand, whatever I can learn only. So this is another great quotation of Avvaiyar. You can find the same thing Newton also told. I am like a child picking up sands and pebbles. Same thing. Same thing Avvaiyar said. Apart from that, I want to identify one of the great poet, national poets, Subramanya Bharati. Unfortunately, we lost him at the age of 47. He was a different type of person who was a Kadi Bhakta, a devotion of Kadi, and he was freedom fighter also. But his mind was a communist. He was a communist minded. Regarding the Avvaiyar, already I gave the background of Avvaiyar, and the same way there is the national poet. I want to speak about national poet Subramanya Bharatiyar from Thoothukudi. He was from Thoothukudi, and he was a national poet and also freedom fighter. He was an ardent devotee of B.V. Chidambaram, and also Lokmanya Tilak. These people have done a lot of this thing for the freedom. And Subramanya Bharati was an ardent devotee of Kadi Bhakta. So some of the quotations, one of the quotations I want to tell, he said that he was a communist minded. He said that Uru Tari Manidanukku Unavillayanil Ijjagathine Adithiduvom. Uru means one. Manidanukku means even for a single person. Unavillayan, if they don't get food and they remain hungry due to poverty. So, Oru Manidanukku Unav Illai. Illai means if it is not available, it is not there. Then what happens? He became a Krantikar. He becomes a revolutionary man. So that mind makes him a revolution, to do a revolution, and that anger can perish the whole world. So, Oru Manidanukku Unavillayanil Ijjagathinai. Ijjaga means the whole universe. Adithiduvom, it will perish the whole world. This is what is quotation. Means in short, what you want to say, our India is a very big land with agriculture paddy. So it's an agriculture land. People, if they strive hard and do the farming, there won't be surplus of food. Not even a single person will go on poverty and hunger. So that is what you want to say. That's why this quotation is always, Bharatiya quotation is always mentioned everywhere. But unfortunately, we have lost him at the age of 47. In a Tiruvallikeni temple,
he was thrown away by the elephant and he died. And even the last word, what he uttered before death, that I am not afraid for Yama also, for death. Namarkum kudiyillom, namani anjom, he said. Namarkum means we are not a slave to anybody, we are not under anybody. And namani anjom, he said, naman means Yama. So he said, I am not afraid for a death also. This is another quotation. Namarkum kudiyillom, namanai anjom. Anjom means we don't fear even for Yama or death. These are certain quotations of Subramanya Bharati. And the greatness is that Subramanya Bharati's most of the poems was acclaimed and it was first translated by the communist country Russia. Now people, even in the films, they always take the quotations of Bharatiyar. Recently there was a movie about Bharatiyar. You can see a Tamil movie, Bharatiyar. And also there was a movie about Avvayar. If you can see those movies in Tamil, you will understand the entire story and you will enjoy the story. Whatever I told you. I just gave you a simple background about them within a short period. So, apart from that, I want to identify one of the great person, B.U. Chidambaram. B. Chidambaram, he was from Tuticorin and he was a great freedom fighter. So, actually what happened, his mind was disturbed because in the Tuticorin fort, the ship was under the control of British. So our own Indian soil, why can't we drive the ship, Indian ship? That was his problem. So he somehow convinced Lokmanya Tilak and got a sanction and he brought a ship and he was the first man to draw the ship in the Indian Ocean. So that is why he was given a title called Kappal Otiya Tamilan. Kappal means ship. Otiya means one who drew the first ship, who is driving the ship now, first. Kappal Otiya Tamilan. A Tamilan who first made a ship to sail in our Indian land. In the Tamil Nadu, in the Tuticorin fort, Tuticorin Sea. And of course all these freedom fighters were arrested and they were put in the cellular jail at Andaman Nicobar and tortured. And apart from that, I wanted to mention two more freedom fighters. One Vanjinathan, Vanjishwaran, is from Maniyachi. There's a place called Maniyachi in Tirunelveli, where now it is called Vanjish. He was called Vanjishwaran. He was also a great freedom fighter. He planned to kill Collector Ash.